No front desk, no lobby, no one to check you in. At $3,500 a night, that's not a missing amenity. It's the entire product. But 10 years ago, someone paid $358 million for this silence and almost lost everything getting it. This is that story. Start at the beginning. 1988. Adrian Zecha isn't building an empire. He just wants a holiday home in Phuket. He finds a coconut plantation on Pensier Beach. No bank will lend against it. Too few rooms to make sense on paper. So he borrows from friends instead and builds it anyway. That resort becomes Amanpuri. And Zecha's entire philosophy fits in three words: less is more. No lobbies, no bellboys, four staff for every guest. Aman never chased desirability. It made itself almost impossible to reach and let desirability follow. Remember that line. It's about to be the only thing standing between this company and total collapse. 2014, Zeca sells, but not to one buyer. He co founds a new holding company with an investor backed by a Russian property billionaire named Ladislav Doronin. Deal value $358 million. It takes 3 weeks to fall apart. Fraud allegations and attempted coup. According to the court filings from the Zeca's own co founder, Doronin said this to him: "If I feel you tried to screw me, I will hunt you down and shoot you." Doronin's side denies it was ever said. What isn't disputed? Zeca was locked out of his own office, removed from his own house, a house he only had because it belonged to Aman. The Aman who invented less is more got the least say of anyone in the room. 2 years of open war, 30 lawyers, New York and London. A London court briefly puts Zecha back as the CEO. He lasts 17 days before he is removed again. 2016, his co founder is out completely. Doronin stands alone, in control of a company that nearly went bankrupt on the way there. So here's the part I actually want you to sit with. Through 2 years of lawsuits, threats, and a boardroom coup, not one single guest at Aman property ever noticed. Why not? Because Aman was never built with a public face. No shared lobby, no scale, nothing between the brand and the guest for a word to travel through. The privacy wasn't just an aesthetic, it was a firewall. Zecha didn't design that on purpose. He designed a feeling, but the feeling is the reason the company he lost survived losing him. If the firewall was real, it should hold anywhere, even here. In 2015, 1 year after taking full control of Aman, Doronin personally bought a century old building on the busiest corner in New York, 5th Avenue and 57th Street, formerly the first home of the Museum of Modern Art. Then he spent 7 years and $1.45 billion doing something that sounds impossible: building an Aman inside it. Just 83 rooms on one of the most valuable pieces of real estate on earth. The lobby isn't on the ground floor, it's on the 14th, lifted above the street on purpose. You take an elevator away from the 5th Avenue before you ever see the hotel. Same trick as Amanpuri, just built vertically instead of geographically. Aman never needed a jungle or a desert to disappear. It needed a distance. And distance, it turns out, was never a location. It was a design decision. So, how do you grow a brand this scarce without breaking the scarcity that makes it work? You stop selling hotel nights. You start selling real estate, homes attached to the brand, priced near $7,000 a square foot, sold before the building even exists, 60% reserved before completion, sometimes more. That cash de-risks the construction before day one. Then sovereign capital finishes it. $900 million from Saudi Arabia's PIF alone valued the company at over $3 billion. Room count barely moved. Staff ratio didn't change. The scarcity held. Aman didn't survive its own war because it was lucky. It survived because the one thing that makes it feel like luxury, the silence, the distance, the refusal to be seen, is the same thing that made it impossible to destroy. Doesn't matter if it's a beach in Phuket or the 14th floor of 5th Avenue. Distance was never the location, it was the strategy.